That can be boat life as well. Not a usual picture. Time to mangroves for the hurricane Gonzalo. I hope that guy is gonna dissipate before it's reaching here. And you're not dissipating, huh? Nervous? New spot, huh? Really weird. So you want a line to tie up there?
Yes, please. Go in from the next side.
Here you go.
That's gonna protect us from sliding forward.
Go, goose. Got some stable connections.
Natural anchors. That's the canal.
Sure.
So now let's see this. That way.
And it's putting out an anchor to protect us from getting pushed into the mangroves too much. Biggest kayak anchor ever.
So as you may or may not know, Storm 7 has developed into a tropical cyclone, and it is heading straight for us. The center of the storm seems to become straight for us, and it is expected to become a hurricane later today. Just a minute. Arrival is expected by about around at 8 a.m. Saturday. But it is still a very severe situation. So if anybody has further information, would you like to add to this?
Sailboat.
To let anybody know that was thinking of going south to Trinidad. They originally said that they would let boats in, but apparently they've reversed that decision, and now they'll only accept boats if it's a Category 3 storm and upwards, and you will be turned away by the Coast Guard. So I think Trinidad is out as a possible refuge over.
That's good to know. So Trinidad is not a good pole unless we have a development to Category 3.
Hey, did you ever sail a Cat 2 hurricane? Boy!
So they're sending boats out if somebody's coming in.
People want to go that far, they will just have to sail and stay at sea, and when the storm is over, just turn around and sail back. Over.
This is the first bay for all the boats with a deeper draft.
They're all tied in here, while shallow draft boats can go to the inner bay.
Like a monkey in the tree.
So now we tied up pretty much everything, and we have one big problem. Although we have a cat, but with more than 10 lines tied into the mangroves, there's a very big chance for rats to come on board. So at least the heavier stuff like rats and stuff we can prevent with just a simple bottle cut open, and this we put on the lines like that. We do that with several of them along the path, and all as it does, it's very simple. When a rat will try to crawl over, she will just simply follow the line. That usually does the trick.
Somebody took a very short line.
Up!
So now that should work. We have like 3 lines on the stern, with 1 Danford anchor out here, right where the buoy marks. We have a heavy Bruce anchor on the yellow dot. We have some proper lines over to the mangroves. 3 lines go from port side, and another 2 lines go from starboard all the way right into the mangroves, tied to each of the strongest branches we could find, keeping some slack for a potential storm surge. I hope it's not going to be too much. I'm expecting like 2 meters, and we're good to give some more line. So this one here is going to be our last task. We're going to take down the solars now, the flak, the tarp, and the rain catcher.
Hey, lazy captain, why are you laying on deck?
Think it's funny? It's the only way to get on the last bolt for the solars.
RPM and your 500 RPM, so it's really 5.5.
What's up, honey? You scared?
No. That's a weird thing, not at all. I'm kind of waiting on what's coming, but no fear or scare, nothing.
What makes you confident?
10 lines and a captain that knows about weather and best place in the mangroves, a heavy boat, and
I'm just pretending. I have no idea what's going on.
still it feels safe and strong, and I don't think there's, of course, I mean, it will be scary and it will be a new experience. I don't know, I may be scared then, but right now I'm good.
So now it's Friday afternoon. storm's supposed to have the impact tomorrow somewhere, but we can clearly see the first clouds, and also the smashing of the halyard sounds like a warning, like a threat. We're going to tie this halyards all away so they're not make the feeling worse than it is. The bay got pretty full now, so this here where we are is the shallow draft bay. We talked earlier about the deep draft boats. They're all in the first section. Now we're here in the very end of the bay. You only can come in here if you not draft more than 1 meter and 10, or let's say like 3.5 feet. And yeah, now we're prepared as good as we can, and now it's just waiting. And believe me, that's not a nice feeling. You don't know exactly what's going on, because I don't get any internet here, so I don't get the newest files. I don't know, will it hit exactly here, and it's gonna be a category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you never know. Remember Maria? Remember Matthew? So we have no idea. For now it's just like, no matter what's going to be happen, our sails are torn anyway. We're tied into the mangroves with 10 lines and have 2 heavy anchors out in the bay. There's one thing for sure, we're not gonna leave this place. The only thing, we should somehow manage it to not to sink the boat. Yeah, we will see. So we're just talking about where we're gonna go with the dogs and the cat, and how we're gonna manage this, that they don't freak out, because they have no clue what's going on. And yeah, talk to you later. Super calm out here. Very nice bay. Anchoring in here, you don't have to worry about anything except if there's a hurricane. But even then, it's probably the best place to be. Somewhere in the mangroves, shallow bay. Looks like we're getting the full program, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we're going to enjoy the good parts as much as possible. And this is a very good part on it, the calm before the storm. It's coming. By the time of arrival, Hurricane Gonzalo has weakened down to a tropical storm. He made landfall in Grenada and caused very little damage. We experienced barely more than 40 knots of wind, and Gonzalo fortunately did not become dangerous for us. He brought a lot of rain and dissipated soon after we passed the Leeward Islands.
And is untying the boat, as there's no more storm to expect. And I am watching fish. My favorite fish.
Our quarantine time is over, and now we're going to the marina to do the final PCR or rapid test, check in, and get cleared.
kör vi bemanna med Merkur.
We're on your Norfolk, so we're coming for quarantine. You are expecting us over?
No, please. Yes, that's what. Dock. No, please.
Good to go.
Our boat is called.
Leaving the mangroves, checked in, quarantine end. We go out into the anchor field of the terrible Carriacou. See the depth, which it's not high tide and it's very shallow in here.
Shallow, shallow. 1 foot.
Here we got the 90-degree angle to get out of this. Up, riba, riba, riba. Not too far. Good. It is really shallow here. Hello. We're getting out, yeah. And now we're back in deep water and going out into the bay.